Hey everyone, how you all doing? It's me, Cape Sonic Studios, and I'm back with another series. I'm basically going to be reviewing episodes 1 and 2 of the brand new Sonic Boom TV series. So yeah, and I do know episode 1 and 2 did come out last week, but I'm reviewing them now because it was only during the week just gone midweek when I actually thought of the idea to do this, and Tapper also wanted me to do this, so I thought why not do it. So yeah, let's get into it. And if you enjoyed this, I'll start reviewing each episode every week as they come out. Like episode 3 and 4 should be coming out today, which is the 15th of November, and I'll still be reviewing them in a few days time as well. And yeah, so yeah, anyway, Sonic Boom, a brand new Sonic TV show. Finally, we have another Sonic TV show. Like the last one we had was Sonic X that ran from 2003 to 07, and it wasn't the best. It was okay, but I didn't like it. Chris. No, anyway, yeah, so I'm surprised it took so long, but finally we got another Sonic TV series called Sonic Boom, which features all the main characters are Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman obviously, and a new character called Sticks. So anyway, without further ado guys, let's get into reviewing episode 1, which is called The Sidekick. So yeah, it starts off with Sonic having another usual battle with Dr. Eggman with Tails and his tornado against Eggman's robot called Burntbot. And the funny thing is about this robot is the name is not very accurate, or because the robot does not have abilities that with fire or burn things, and Sonic even points it out, which really annoys Eggman. So anyway, yeah, Sonic and Tails in this tornado fight Eggman and Eggman's robot, the Burnt Bot, and they have the advantage. Like Sonic does get the upper hand by knocking it out, but it manages to get up and it sees Tails flying, and it basically damages Tails' tornado. And when Sonic's saying Tails eject, eject, Tails can't eject as he broke the eject brake, I think, and then as a cost he crashed, and then but just before he crashed, Sonic managed to defeat the Burnt Bot and Eggman and flee with the Burnt Bot. Then Sonic quickly rushed to Tails, who was obviously unconscious after the crash, to see if he's okay. Like, he puts him down, listens to see if his heart's beeping on his chest, and luckily Tails is alive. Well, he wouldn't die in episode 1, would he? But yeah, he's alive, he's breathing, so that's good. And Sonic's like, I'll make sure this never happens to you again, Tails. I promise to protect you. And he takes Tails home. When Tails wakes up, he obviously gets ready to go out and help Sonic in another battle. But Sonic's like, you should take early retirement now. Maybe get some maybe spend some time with the grandkids, play golf. Tails is like, but I don't have grandkids. And then Sonic's like, well, make some then, find some. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So basically, Sonic fires Tails as his sidekick, but only because he doesn't want Tails to get hurt even more. Like, it could have been way worse. He could have died. You know what I mean? So Sonic's all like so worried about it and decides not to fire him. And then he decides to hold sidekick tryouts. He just basically does handouts of it, puts it all over the place, and yeah. And then we move on to the tryouts, and basically Eggman finds one of these flyers and reads it, and he's like, says to his robots, why would anyone want to be Sonic's sidekick? And it's been like, spend time with him, appreciate his respect and all that. And then he's like, then he has an idea and he decides to audition for this tryout. So yeah, now we move on to the tryouts, where everyone is trying out to become sidekick for Sonic, which includes Amy, who first goes up to Sonic and says what her name is, and all that. Sonic's like, Amy, I know what your name is, and all that. And Amy demonstrates that she can do skills. She has lots of skills like juggling, and saying that she's a crazy pizza person. I don't even know. It's really weird. But then Sonic just takes Amy out of there. And then there's a Beaver who also auditioned. I can't remember what he said, but he also didn't get in. And then Knuckles is next, and the funny thing is Knuckles is like says to him, so what do you reckon, how do you reckon you'll be my good sidekick? What do you reckon will be a good psychic name for you? And Sonic's like, Knuckles, you're auditioning to become my sidekick, not the other way around. And then yeah, Knuckles is like, I know a good name for you, Knuckles Jr. So yeah, so obviously the last one comes out. It's basically someone in robes hiding their face, and basically Sonic asked him a question about, I can't remember what the question was, but not Tails, the guy in the robe does answer it correctly and all that. Sonic's like, I'm starting to like you, new guy. And then the robe person's like, well, in fact, I'm not new, and he tries to take off his robe but falls over. It's basically Tails, basically auditioning, and Sonic's like, why, what was it, oh yeah, why are you auditioning? I fired you. And Tails is like, on the handout you do say, I can't remember what it says, I can't remember what it means, but requirements, we fit the requirements, I think, of the psychic thing. Basically Tails fits it all and all that. It just basically says any qualified person, and Tails is qualified in it, and it doesn't say excluding Tails or anyone, etc. So basically, he does that to get into Sonic's way. Sonic's like, okay then, but I'll make you do the ultimate course, the ultimate tryout to become Psychic. Really hard. They won't be able to complete it. And then Eggman comes in saying that he wants to be Psychic as well, and all that. And Sonic's like, you can't. You're my arch nemesis. But Eggman's like, I fit all requirements on the tryouts thing. So yeah, and then basically they're like, they need a third one, and the Beaver comes back saying, do you validate parking? And then Sonic's like, congratulations, you are the third candidate. And I don't know, it's confusing. And then the next thing is basically, of course, the Beaver, Dr. Eggman and Tails have to race each other and on this island and get the red flag. Whoever gets the red flag first becomes Sonic's Psychic. So they do that and they get into it, and basically what happened, the Beaver got beaten. He basically fell and just fell asleep, and then it was just between Tails and Eggman, and Eggman says to Tails, Tails says, give up, you can't win. And then Eggman's like, you fool, I don't want to be Sonic's Psychic, which is pretty obvious, he doesn't want to. He's trying to get rid of them both at the same time, which I'm like, okay, you fight both of them at the same time all the time, and you try to get rid of them on the try. Okay, it doesn't sound like a good plan, but he does it anyway, and he gets his, and basically he gets his burnt bot, which can actually burn things now, and basically Tails crashes into a block of ice, which is basically a frozen sea, and Tails is stuck in a tornado, can't get out, and the tornado's gonna drown and sink in, and Sonic quickly frees Tails, and then they battle the burnt bot, but the burnt bot fires the fire and does a ring around Sonic and Tails, and basically obviously that ice melts and it's water now. Tails flies up to dodge it, but Sonic falls in, and obviously, you know, Sonic can't swim, but Roger gave Craig Smithgate the worst acting, I think, in this bit when he's like, help, I can't swim. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, basically Tails manages to get Sonic out by going underwater and getting him, because Sonic couldn't pull Sonic up because he was stuck. Then they battle the burnt bot, and basically before they do that, obviously, when Tails pulls Sonic out, Sonic says to Tails, you know, I never wanted to fire you as my sidekick, I only did it to protect you. And Tails like, yeah, what, by putting me more in danger? And Sonic's like, the plan had holes. And then basically they battle the burnt bot, and I can't remember how they beat him. I really can't remember now. Shoot, I just rewatched the episode as well. I know they beat him, obviously. They defeat the burnt bot, and they I think they go away back home, and Eggman's like, you haven't seen the last of me, Sonic. I'll make a robot with more accurate name, and you can make me evil. You can make me Ham, evil Ham. So yeah, it adds some humor. Like, so far I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, and at the end, obviously, Tails jokes around with Sonic, because Tails is now Sonic's Psychic again, and Tails jokes around saying, what are the work hours for it? And Sonic's like, 7 days a week, and you got fly the plane, and you get a free plane, and yeah, basically it ends like that. And then basically it switches to Amy and Knuckles, and basically Knuckles' Psychic thing's not working out, and Amy's like, oh no, I know, I'll be your Psychic, and goes and runs to Knuckles who's walking, and just basically blurts out a lot of things she said during the audition for Sonic Psychic. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. That was the end of the episode 1 on Sonic Boom, the Psychic. I thought it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, so quickly we'll move on and review the second episode. I mean, this is gonna be a long video, but yeah, the second episode is called Can an Evil Genius Crash on Your Couch for a Few Weeks? So yeah, anyway, basically what happens in this is basically it starts off with at Sonic's house at night. Sonic's sleeping on a rainy day. He gets a knock on the door, opens the door. It's actually Eggman. Eggman asks him, basically, his island fortress has been destroyed by the weather, and could he crash over for a few days? And Sonic doesn't want this to happen, because he's like, what, you're my arch nemesis, why are you staying why you want to stay at my home? But basically Tails talks him into it, and basically, yeah, Eggman stays at Sonic for a few days, and yeah, the next day follows. Knuckles, Amy, and Sticks in this episode. Knuckles, Amy, and Sticks come into Sonic's home, and they're shocked to see Eggman. They get ready, and they, you know, thinking there's a trap or anything. But Eggman in his onesie is like, oh, I didn't know you'd be here so early. And yeah, he had his breakfast. Tails made him poached egg, I think, and salmon or whatever. But basically, he didn't like it. It wasn't to his Eggman standard, and he got really peed off with Tails. And yeah, so basically, Eggman's really rude to them. You know what I mean? And all that. And then Amy's like, guys, it's good that you decided to keep him here, because, you know, if you didn't and left him stranded out and homeless, then you would be just as bad as him. And yeah, everyone's like, yeah, you could be just as bad as me. But yeah, anyway, it carries on. Basically, Tails is like, what's the worst that could happen? Eggman might be not bad, you know. So basically, Eggman is a real dick towards Sonic and Tails, like disrupting their work, always throwing pillows at them and hurting them, basically being really annoying to them and all that. And then it comes to the conclusion, Sonic's fed up with this, and he's sitting with Amy and Tails and just wants doesn't care if Eggman's gonna be homeless, doesn't want Eggman out of his house because he's being such a bad roommate. And Amy's basically the counselor in this. She like tries to calm, the peacemaker in the game. She tries to calm things down, you know what I mean? And basically she sets up a meeting with Eggman and Sonic tells Eggman that he's a really bad roommate and all that, and no one likes him and all that. And Eggman's really upset, well, pretends to be upset, and is like, I promise I'll be a better sidekick, I promise. And basically, yeah, Sticks in this episode is really paranoid, saying, oh, it's all a trap, Eggman's gonna have his obliterator bot and it's gonna destroy us all and all that, it's a trap. And Amy's like, oh, it won't happen, nothing bad will happen. And then anyway, after Sonic decides to give Eggman a second chance, and basically in the next few days Eggman actually is being good, like he's washing the dishes and all that, being good to them, not being rude to them, fluffing the pillows, not hitting them at Tails, and and then it forwards to night, and basically they're playing a board game, and Sonic's like, it's time to hit the hay, go to bed, but Eggman's like, please could you stay a bit longer, one more game, and they play another game. Then they're watching TV, and it's really late now. Sonic and Tails want to go to bed, but Eggman's like, please, just please watch it, I don't want to be so lonely. And basically Sonic and Tails hang out with Eggman all night, and the next day Knuckles and Amy are around and Sticks, and Knuckles like, whoa, you're all tired, how many hours of sleep did you have? Sonic's like, 0. So basically they were up all night messing around with Eggman and all that, didn't want to. And then yeah, I don't understand how Eggman didn't get tired, but okay, it seems legit. Maybe he slept but didn't realise it was, and he had his, and Sonic Tails was absolutely shattered. And then basically Sticks is like, points out, oh, this is the second phase of his plan, now they're all tired, he's gonna get his obliterator bot and destroy us all. And then Amy's like, Sticks, Eggman has not done a single bad thing in these 2 days. And basically as she's saying that, Eggman walks outside and does an evil laugh, and then the tired Sonic, Tails, Sticks, Knuckles and Amy go outside to see what the problem is and all that, and Eggman just like explains that, basically says the whole thing that Sticks was saying all along, that it was a trap, and basically his island fortress was never destroyed or damaged. He just stayed over a few days to get them really tired, and so be able to destroy them with his obliterator bot. And then Sticks points out that she knew it all along and all that, and she's like, why does everyone think I'm paranoid? And then she's a shadow, and she's like, stop following me. So yeah, Sticks is a very paranoid character. But yeah, anyway, they battle against the obliterator bot. Well, they're about to, but then Eggman says to obliterator bot, destroy Sonic and his 4 friends. But after he said 4, the obliterator bot got mixed up with Fortress. You know, 4 begins with Fortress. You know, Fortress, and thinks his command is to destroy the island, Eggman's island fortress. And Eggman's robots, Orbot and Cubot, I think, are like, yeah, we're still fixing a few things, needs a few tweaks. But Eggman just holds them legs, saying, please don't destroy the island fortress, don't destroy island fortress. And then obliterator bot's like, play up tempo music while destroying. Agreed. Play up tempo music while destroying Island Fortress. It was really funny. And then Eggman goes to Sonic, the real tired Sonic, says, Sonic, help me, please. And Sonic's like, why should we help you? Eggman's like, because if you don't help me, then he'll truly destroy my Island Fortress, and I'll truly have to stay with you for a few days. And Sonic's like, let's roll. So that was good. And basically, the tired Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and Sticks and Amy and Eggman got to the base, and then basically Tails and Sonic are struggling to keep awake. Like, Sonic almost falls asleep on the ground, same with Tails, but they get him up. And then Knuckles asks Eggman, how do we destroy the obliterator bot? And Eggman's like, we've got to disable it by using these switches and all that. And Sonic's like, alright, him and Tails will go and sort out the switches. Knuckles, Sticks and Amy distract the obliterator bot, and Eggman comes in the system, Tails and Sonic. So yeah, and basically they do this and all that, just about, like, they manage to disable the robot with the switches and all that, and then Sonic goes around and gets a plank, I think, or something, and goes pillow fight and smashes it and basically destroys it. However, the robot may be destroyed, however, the island fortress blows up as well, and Eggman's like, no! So basically, at the end, basically Sonic, Tails, and Amy, Sticks, and Knuckles are just hanging out, chilling, and Eggman comes around saying, because my island's actually destroyed now, would you mind staying with you for a few days? And basically Sonic takes Eggman to a different location, has Amy as his roommate, and then Amy basically tries to explore Eggman's feelings about being a roommate, which really makes him go crazy, and Eggman's like, keep her away from me. And basically, yeah, that's the end of the episode, guys, of Sonic Boom, episode 2, Can an Evil Genius Crash on Your Couch for a few weeks? So yeah, this video has been really long, but it's a massive review, basically me pointing out what I like. So basically, to point out what I like that the voice actors from the Sonic video games are in this. I really think that's a good thing. I mean, like, unlike Sonic X, who had 4 kids, and I think it has a mix of humor, it's really funny, and a mix of really good, of being serious, like good adventures and all that. So it's a really good series. I'm really enjoying it so far. I really enjoy these 2 episodes. I think they're brilliant. I like the humor in it, like I said, especially the bit when Eggman's like, when Sonic's like, let's roll, when Eggman's like, because if you don't help me, then my island will truly be destroyed and I'll stay with you for a few days, and all that. And the Tails psychic one was good, but in my opinion, I think the Evil Genius one, the second episode of Sonic Boom, was the best. But you know, it was really good. And basically, yeah, guys, they air 2 episodes per week and like per weekend, which is basically 11 minutes long each. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that is my review of Sonic Boom. I think it was really good. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Let me know in the comments below what do you think, and what are the best bits for you, and what are the cons for it. But yeah, and let me know if you like this, and I'll continue doing this for another weekend as well, for episode 3 and 4. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this review of Sonic Boom, episode 1, the Psychic, and episode 2, kind of Evil Genius Crash on the couch for a few weeks. Take care, guys, and I'll see you later. God, that is such a long episode, mate.